Hello, my name's Sophie. I'm from LUSH Buying Team. Today we're in deepest, darkest Dorset to visit Jim at Dorset Charcoal Company. Jim's going to show us how he produces some of the charcoal that we use in our products. So where has this wood actually come from? Is it locally felled?
Yeah, it's within sort of 4 miles of here.
So there's quite a lot of wood that you get through then.
We produce in the region of 30 tonnes of charcoal a year. So in this kiln, there'll be 1.5 tons of wood will go in. Mike and I are stacking in now, and we'd hope to get about 1/4 ton of charcoal out. We're basically loading the kiln ready for firing in a bit. The coolest part of the kiln is the edge. So the thinnest wood goes to the edge and the largest stuff goes to the middle.
Why is it actually better to use local charcoal?
Basically it comes down to the structure of English hardwoods. And it's a lot lighter structure than the imported variety. Imported varieties, like I say, are very dense, and they tend to only have about 40 to 60% carbon in them, whereas the British charcoal is nearly 90% because of the process and because of the type of wood we use. It saves all the resources in shipping something halfway around the world. The majority of imported charcoal is from really dodgy sources, and it comes on the back of a lot of deforestation. All British charcoal, certainly that I know of, and there's about 300 or so burners of this in the country, is from sustainable sources. And if it's from sustainable sources, it means the management of our woods is improving, which only benefits the wildlife in this country and the flora and fauna.
What sort of charcoal do you actually supply to LUSH then, Jim?
Basically, the larger charcoal that comes out of the kilns will go off for other uses, be it barbecues or be it pollution filters. But what we end up with, every kiln will end up with a few sackfuls of the smaller grains, which are then crushed through a grinder.
Right.
We then sieve it again, and that sieving process provides us with the very fine, pure charcoal powder that LUSH take. Okay, that'll do. That's the last one. Mike, if you wouldn't mind jumping up and getting the chimney out, please. And I'll bring the brazier over. It will be the first one ever it doesn't come out. Yeah. There you go. The chimney leaves an access hole to a pile of charcoal we've left at the bottom of the kiln. So what I've done here is I've got a few of the half-burnt bits that we had lying around from the last burn, got them going, and that's like our charge for this. So what I'm going to do now is hop up there and tip them down the hole.
Lovely. And
that will start the whole burning process off.
I'll leave it to you then. Okay, so what part of the stage are we at now then, Jim?
Well, Sophie, this is a kiln that obviously we've produced charcoal in. We're about halfway through emptying this one. As you can see, the charcoal looks just like the timber that went in, and it emphasises the fact that what we're doing is we're basically wood colliers is another term for charcoal burners. We're cooking wood, so the shape and the nature of the wood is the same as it went in. And what we've done is we've driven off all the moisture and the water out of the timber, and all the oil has been vaporised, and what you're left with is a product that's nearly 90% carbon. Now obviously the big lumps like this, we sack up straight away and they go off for barbecue charcoal. But in every kiln, we'll end up with a lot of small pieces.
Like that.
Such as these. And when we've taken all the large stuff out, we'll then sack up that and it goes off to our yard, and like I was saying earlier, we will then grade that to get out roughly pieces like that, sort of 10mm pieces of pure charcoal. We then grind that, sieve it, and that's the powder that we produce for LUSH.
Lovely.
Like I was saying earlier, it's all about we're cooking the wood, and the way we cook it is by restricting the oxygen. So by sealing the lid up with soil here, we ensure that the only air getting into the kiln will be through the air inlets, the 4 air inlets that are left. You've basically got the chimney, which is an outlet, followed by an air inlet, and then by controlling how much cover we put across those, is really our control dial, if you like, on the side of the large oven.
So here we have the tiny pieces of pure charcoal, which are then ground down into powdered form and then used in products like Cold Face soap and Dark Angel's cleanser.